All right. So a little bit about me. I love music, and I actually kind of discovered some things in the last week. I don't want to say college time frame. I think there was a wave, kind of a European influence on techno, trance, house, rave, progressive, all these types of music. And I really got into it. I mean, type of club music. And I really liked it, enjoyed it. Kind of wanted to be a DJ. I had an opportunity to be a DJ, but I didn't really do it at that time. So a little bit later now, I've really found how fun it is to do it. And what I've learned is I want to get more low level too, learn actually play instruments and so forth. So I'm kind of starting at this layer of just experimenting with music and figuring out how to mix it and everything. But so I'll show you what I've learned in the music space for DJ.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do this for a long time because I used to DJ the other way. I used to DJ with records and
Okay.
I had the mixer machine and the actual, whatever you call them. So this is going to be good. It's going to be all digital then, right?
Yeah, all digital, yeah.
So cool.
I'm a techie too, so
Yeah.
how fun is it to
Combine the two.
combine them, yeah. So I'll start by doing some research. You guys may have already heard of this, and feel free to chime in. This is kind of like a show and tell type of thing where you just share what you use. And oh, by the way, I'll set a timer. So we got I'll do about 15 minutes.
My email, you already have my email.
I do, yeah.
But I'm not on here. Okay.
Let me turn this on. That way I know when I'm done. Okay. So first thing I thought was a few things to look for. One was, what about equipment? DJ controllers, mixers, and well, I didn't really have any money to spend. Well, I just haven't spent any money on it yet because I don't know what to buy. And the equipment is, you can go on Amazon for anywhere from $200 to $250, get a controller, experiment with that. That's probably the way to go, but I think to start is more on the software level. So I started looking at what are DJ software. A lot of that stuff is emulated, abstracted at software layer. And so you can do a lot of the things. So then I started thinking, okay, let's look at that. So there's some really good ones out there. Just going on YouTube searching. Tractor Pro is probably the most recommended. And the price for that, I think, is $100. And then there's Serato, is another $100. These are the top two. The one I'm going to show today is Virtual DJ because it's free. It's free for home. And all the features are pretty similar. There's a few things that you can get out of other ones. But there's a ton of stuff on YouTube on how to use Virtual DJ. You can find a great list of tutorials. There's a couple of Record Box is another one. So they're anywhere from $100 to $200. And in addition to that, you can buy these hacks or plugins that give you, some call them VSDs or music that you can get. It's for like say Google Play or Spotify or something. It's $10 a month. You can get downloaded music. So they have those add-ons. And then on top of that, there's some more programs that you can actually compose your own music. So that is where you actually want to create your own. And that's kind of where I want to go next, is actually compose and create some of this music. So that's kind of the software overview. I don't know if you've heard of those, but Virtual DJ is free. You can check it out. That's what I'm going to show you. It's a lot of fun. And then, okay, so here's the steps that or if you're just getting started, things to do. So SoundCloud, I don't know if you guys have heard of SoundCloud, it's a place to get free music. So I downloaded 10 or so songs today. I'll show you. You kind of match them up, so I'll give you some examples. Beats per minute, BPM, you gotta match that. And then you have different skins. The skins basically toggle on and off the features, like let's say your equalizer or your different mixer options. So I had a lot of fun when I was younger, just playing around with different files, skins, and I don't know if you remember Winamp, but that was a fun application to use. Okay, then load a couple tracks. So you can have as many decks as you want. You can have 8 decks, but for simplicity, I'm just going to do 2, deck 1, 2, or A and B. And then the first thing, DJ 101 is being able to mix or sync the tracks. So taking one and moving it to another. Why do you want to do that? Because dead air is like the #1 fallacy. You don't want dead air. People stop dancing, they leave, you don't get hired back. Those kind of things. Transition, so how do you kind of crossfade from one to the other? And then I'll just show you all the features, experiment with any of those. So any questions or before we go on to the demo? Okay, let me, so you can go to virtualdj.com and get Virtual DJ. So here it is. Let's see. I'll show you. Can you see if I do this? Yeah, you can see this. So here's one deck. Here's the other deck. First thing you want to do is download your files from SoundCloud. And you have to actually go to SoundCloud and then grab the URL. There's a different app. I think you just Google SoundCloud Downloader. And you put that link into there and it downloads the song. So it's all free. And then wherever it is, so I put it in my music folder. Here's a couple songs. So we're going to drag and drop 2 songs in here. If you look down here, you see the beats per minute, the 112, the 117. So you want to mix songs that are very similar. You don't want to do like, say, country and hard rock or something. So you want to do, so like techno music or house music that have the same pace or rhythm. And plus or minus 5 beats per minute is a good range. So here we have 117. I've actually already synced these, but what happens is this one here would be, say, 112. This one would be 117. Depending on what beats per minute you want to do, you hit the sync button, and that will match the other one for you automatically. So it's really easy to do. It's not like the actual turntable where you have to manually do it, where you have your headphone on, you have one song on playing, and then you're listening to the other song and you're listening to try to match them. This does it for you automatically. So then we'll start playing one. Let's start here. I'll turn it down so you can hear me. So then what you do up here at the top, you see the blue beats. That's your beats. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What you're going to want to do is see the bottom down here, the red. That's the other song, and you're going to match it. So right here is the crossfader. We'll move it over to the one side. And then we're going to match it with this track over here. So right now we're in the intro, and you can see, I'm going to jump around a little bit. We'll pause it real quick. So a little bit more about the song here. So one thing you also want to get is like the extended version or the club version that are longer songs, not the radio edits. And that way you'll have a longer, not 2 or 3 minutes, but you're going to have 6 or 7 minutes, something that you can work with. So here's the WAV file. Basically, you're going to see like this section is your intro. Then you're going to have choruses in here. And then you're going to have beats that come down and beats that come up. So you know that these are probably good segues if you want to introduce a new song. So let's say here, this is your outro. So give yourself a minute or two to actually start introducing a new track. So you could sync it early, but actually you should probably sync it somewhere around here. And then you can crossfade. So you start over here. Once you get to this point, then you start looking at crossfading this song over here, and then you'll mix it over. Another thing to look at here is your disc jockey here. So right here, 1 spin is 1 beat. And then up here, you see 11. That's, depending on the song, it could be a 4-beat loop, an 8-beat loop, 16, 32, 64, depends on the song. And that's your repetitive phrases, I guess is what some of them call it. So this one here, I think is, if you can see that, it is 16, I believe. Yeah, 16 beats, and it repeats. And it also depends on the portion of the song. And also the beats per minute depends on where you're at too. So you're going to have higher beats per minute here than you would here. And then this is your frequency or your pitch. And you can actually manually change the pitch if you want to, so you can see. I can increase it, faster, slower, and then automatically back to 0 or back to normal. What else to? So I think we need to resync. We can resync it. Let's say we want to go there. Yeah, so you just do the sync to 116. Okay, so let's mix it now. So as you see up here, we're gonna try to tap, we're gonna hit play when that hits the 4th beat. 3, 4, play. It's not quite exact, but what you do is you hit, see it's a little bit mismatched. What you do is you hit sync again. And now it's in sync. And you can kind of tell here, these aren't the exact best songs to be mixing, but you can tell here that they should be in sync. And if you had headphones, you could tell if they are. So then we'll slightly fade it over to the other song. And there you just mix your own song, music. So that's the basics. That's what you first thing you have to learn. So let's talk about some features. This is the fun part. So I like to come over here to pads. And you can customize these pads. Let's go over here. And if you go here, here's the different things you can do. You can do cues. So cues is basically a point where you set the song. So if you want to set a cue here and come back to it, that's where you set a cue. So we'll just do this one here for now. So I've just set a cue for 3. So if I hit 3, it just goes back to where it's at. So cues are just markers. Let's see what else we have. Slicer, sampler, pop cues, beat jumps, loops. So loops is if you want to do, say, that 4, 8, 16, 32 repeat, you create an in and an out loop. So you can see I'm playing a loop right now, taking it out. So if I want to do, say, let's do a 16-bit. Start a cue there, wait for it to go to 16, and start the loop. And that's kind of nice if you want to use it as a sidetrack, so you want to mix in a loop into another song. Okay. And what else? So you got cues, you got loops. Here's your equalizer, so your filter, different frequencies, your high range, your low range. Some recommend that you cut out your bass when you're transitioning, so your low range, cut that out, and then make your transition over. What else? There's some other good stuff here. Here's your effects. So you have a lot of good effects here. I don't know if you heard of these. So like backspin, that's a way to stop your track. So let's do that effect. That's a backspin. What else? Reverb, phaser, pitch, slicer. These are all fun to play with. You get really creative here. You can do all kinds of fun stuff. Flanger. And then you just basically you turn it on here and then you can mess with it. The speed. Just go around and play with it. I'm not much of an expert on it, but it's a lot of fun. There's another one here. Let's see what else. Yeah, I think that's mostly it. I think that's kind of the basics that you want to learn. I'm going to take off the loop here. So that's mostly all the. I can show you some more features if you want to learn more about them. So you have some questions?